I'm docking your tripod.
Take one little side step to your left. Perfect.
John, talk about being back here in this gym, man. Does it bring back any memories, good or bad, for you?
Yeah, super good memories, man. That's just crazy. The feeling when I come in here, man. It's like super nostalgic, man. I'm looking at the mats and I'm just remembering all the good times, man. I mean, that was a great experience. I didn't realize, man, until like actually just today in here, man, like how blessed I was to spend 6 weeks, not 13, man. That's a little too long, but 6 weeks, man. It's like I learned a lot, man. I'm real thankful to even just be reminiscent right now.
And talk about since then. I mean, you just had the opportunity to fight twice since then. What's it been like? I mean, are you where you thought you would be, or has it been a little frustrating along the way?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't call it. I guess I didn't really have any plans set out for what I really wanted to do after the show. I guess I was just kind of playing it all by ear. How I'm super thankful to be right here and back in front of cameras in front of the spot. It looks like it's all kind of, happening fairly decent, I'm still with the UFC, and, it's a work in progress, man. I learn constantly, man, and yeah, man, I think I could have foreseen myself being exactly right here. I really thought about it.
I wonder what 2011 was like for you, because you just had one fight. It was a loss, you know what I mean? It just seemed like you didn't get to advance and really take advantage of the momentum you had coming off of the show. So what was it like? Mentally, was it a struggle for you? What was it?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much slowed my momentum down myself, man. I derailed myself and kind of just, I don't know, man. I couldn't focus, man. I couldn't see the goal. I didn't really have any goals, I didn't really know what to do next, I know that my job is to be a fighter and stuff, but sometimes, it can be left for a guy like me a little bit unfulfilling, at times, I want something to fight for, rather than just fight to fight. And now I feel like I definitely have come to a place where I know that I need to fight in order to get to where I need to go in life. So now it's more of a necessity more than anything. It's a nice place to be, man. It definitely fuels some fire.
What is that goal? You said you need something to fight for. What is that?
Just little life goals and ambitions, things that I want to do with myself, things that I want to do for other people. I definitely want to get this. I'm really into nutrition right now, man. I just think that there's this concept of health that I think is pretty derogatory, in our society. I feel like there's a lot of help that could be lent to people as far as just information and things like that. And I'm one of the walking, I'm one of the walking test subjects. I get to live the lifestyle, and I get to eat these foods and talk about what I believe in and say, I'm the walking product. So I think that, I want to be able to make people a little bit happier, and heal them, because I know that through fighting, I've caused a lot of damage to myself, emotionally and physically, and I've learned through that how to make myself feel better, and I know I can offer that to other people now.
So really, fighting is just kind of like a vehicle for you to offer this message in some ways.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, definitely, man. And I have to be great at fighting in order for this message to mean more to people. If I suck, then people are going to be like, forget what he has to say. So it's very important for me to do well so that I can speak to people and help them out.
Having been here before, has any of the guys from the current house, did any of them tap you as a resource at any point, maybe leading up to this, during the season or anything, or have they leaned on you now? And if so, maybe what have you told them?
Because you're talking about the guys in the house right now. They're not even out really, so they haven't really been able to speak to anybody. I just met Mike Chiesa, man, and he's awesome, man. He's just like Cody McKenzie, man. They're like just awesome, man. They're having more of them in the world, man, so that's cool. But I knew Mike Rio, man. Mike Rio was my college roommate, man, so that was a small world, man. So I just seen him last night. We were roommates in college, and just went and did our own endeavors, man. He was an awesome wrestler, and so it was nice to see him, make it here as well. Just saying, it was cool, man. It's just like, it's really, really exciting. So yeah, but they haven't. I don't know who I was talking. I think I was talking to somebody. Yeah, with one of the Brazilian guys that was in the house. I got to speak to him a little bit. Like, man, it's gonna be an adjustment after 13 weeks in this. When you go back home, man, you're gonna want to really overindulge in things, man. That was my biggest problem. It's like, I just wanted to have fun all the time. I wanted my freedom all the time. I didn't want to ever go to practice. I didn't want to ever, I just was kind of, so I went the other way pretty hard. it was a hard rebound. So, but I'm getting back on track, man.
So what other advice would you give the two guys that are competing for the championship of the show on Friday night to expect once they're done with it? You've obviously won the show. What can you offer to the winner?
I would say take the money that you've won, and I would say put it in a place that is going to really only aid in your fighting career. You know, like take it and go somewhere that you know is going to make you happy. Invest in things like good food, good training equipment, because that's what's going to be next on the line for you is another fight. So don't spend it on things like cars, clothes, and things that are just like they're not really going to help the cause. So I would say just take that money, put it in a place, go to a place where you know you're going to be the best you, and to spend all that money making the best you. Who cares if you spend every dime trying to be the best fighter, because then you know the chances are you're going to win another fight and make some more money. So it might not be the best advice, but
I didn't say good advice, just some advice.
yeah.
Talk about the matchup with Oliveira. I mean, this is a pretty solid little fight you got here.
Yeah, man, tough guy, man. Yeah, it's a tough opponent, man, and that's exactly what I have to be doing right now is fighting the tough opponents, man. So that's just how I look at it, man. I mean, there's so many little hungry young dudes, man, in the 145-pound division right now. So I'm not expecting an easy fight ever. So
It's wide open though in the 145. Do you feel like does that make you more motivated to get to a shot here with put a string of victories together?
Yeah, man. I'd love to get a little win streak going. Yeah, man, and a rematch and get me a title shot one day. See myself on a poster and I don't know, man. Solidify myself with this company. It's really the goal, man. Is to just be a real serious part of this organization, to where they say, Jonathan, you put in work for us, man. You did a good job. At the end of it, it's all said and done, man. That's how I want to leave this thing.
All these realizations that you came to, is this kind of stuff that you just had to learn for yourself, or was there somebody that pulled you aside and kind of said, hey man, you kind of screwed up, this is the direction you need to be on?
Oh no, man, I had to learn it for myself, man. I had to screw up a ton of times. I had to have a lot of sleepless nights, man. I just was just like, man, what the heck is going on? I have good friends though, man, that stuck by me. They've stuck by me through way before the Ultimate Fighter, and they're still around. So that's nice, man, because I can always, they can always put me in check, and they're nice gauges to see how I'm doing with my life. The better I'm getting along with them, then that's probably a good possibility that I'm doing pretty good in my life and stuff. So it's nice to have good people around that kind of keep you grounded and stuff. So that's been nice.
As far as your former castmates on the show, what have you seen from them so far in the UFC that's impressed you, or things that can maybe work on?
Former castmates are all doing well. I mean, we got quite a few still in there, man. Cody just won. Michael Johnson just won. Bruce Leroy has won, but he had a really close match. So I think that's 4 of us, man, that are still in it, man. That's a pretty good turnout for how many? I don't know, 14 guys or something, man. So yeah, man, they're all doing great, man. I see them in their own, living their lives. Like I said, going to places that make them feel good and training really hard. And I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud of every single one of them, man. Even the guys that aren't still in the UFC, like Andy Main's one of my good friends and guys that I really appreciate a lot. He's doing his thing too. So we had a pretty close cast, man.
Cool. Thanks, John.
Hey, John, appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.